Hey, hello, this is Paolo, and thank you very much for purchasing Lumina. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the layout of a Lumina website so that you have a reference point. One of the key points of Lumina, just a sec, is that you don't have to think about the structure of the website anymore. One of the problems that is assaulting every solopreneur when they start with a website is, what design should I use? Should I take this template or this other template to this other template or what have you? Or they start from scratch and oh, maybe I should drop a menu here, or maybe I should drag a banner here and all this kind of stuff. Uh, I have gone through literally 20 plus years of website design, and I have created an enormous amount of websites, and I looked at even more websites. And you know what? At the end of the day, there is a very clear structure that works. And I decided to create that structure for you so you don't have to be bothered with that anymore. And all you have to do is to basically provide your information. And that should be the case for every solopreneur. We need a website like yesterday. We are so pressed for time, and there is just one of us and a million of other problems. Coming up with a fancy design is not one of the things we should do. It's important to make money quickly, and one of the ways of doing that, of making that happening, is to have your message out there in the shortest amount of time possible. That is the mission of Lumina. So let me just show you what we have, and I'm going to switch to my monitor, and here we go. So this is my website, and it's just meant to be an example. Of course, yours is going to look very different, but the point is we have major sections. There is a menu here, for navigating through all the pages of the website. There is a hero banner, and there is a headline and a blurb, also a CTA, a call to action. Then we have categories of services or products. By default, Lumina gives you 3. And these are all links. These are all links that you can go to other pages. So you can link it to whatever page you want. You can have as many of these categories as you want. Then we need social proof. So there is a section dedicated to reviews. And reviews for me are meant to be done in a very simple way. We want to give the impression to people that these are, in fact, real reviews, and they are. How we reinforce the impression, though, by simply having screenshots of our Google reviews or whatever reviews you're using. If you're using Facebook, that's perfectly fine. But instead of linking to the reviews, in my opinion, it's much more effective to have a screenshot. It gives that idea of the non-adulterated, not manipulated in any way review, and this is just a snapshot. After the reviews, there is a section called More About Us. Now, this is strictly speaking optional, but I have included it in your layout, in your template, just because I think it is always beneficial to have a little more information at this point of the page about what we do. And so in this case, what I did was to add the title, More About Us, a little blurb about what this is about, and then a photo of me in action, because I'm a photographer. So this is a behind the scenes. It could be something that is about your office and your team, or it could be your store. It can be anything else. Then we have the FAQ, the frequently asked questions. They come by default collapsed, and then they can be expanded. Now, of course, you can customize them. And again, this is one of those cases where we already have the FAQ. The FAQ is important. It's important both for SEO and for artificial intelligence. Anything like this, structured information is really good for SEO. You gotta have them. So I prepared the section for you. All you have to do is to put some of your most frequent questions here. As you see, there isn't a whole lot here. I should expand them myself by being busy making Lumina. So this can be expanded as much as you want. And then there is the footer. That's it. That is the section of the main page. Of course, the website can expand in many, many different ways through other pages. I have a page here for my press releases, anything that was in the press about me, about my business, more than that, or my about me page, all that kind of stuff. So you can expand it in any way, but the main page is important because it is your most visible part of your website, and has to have all those elements that are both there to captivate the attention of your visitors and to provide information to Google and all the other search engines about your website. All right, thank you very much for watching. Everything is in the documentation, but this was a quick overview. I'll see you later. Bye bye.